Grumbling and gratitude are, for the child of God, in conflict. Be grateful and you won't grumble. Grumble and you won't be grateful. God is the tangential point between zero and infinity. In the middle of my little mess, I forget how big I'm blessed. God gives talent. Work transforms talent into genius. The Lord was pleased to strengthen us, and remove all fear from us, and disposed our hearts to be as useful as possible. You were made by God and for God, and until you understand that, life will never make sense. The mystery of God hugs you in its all-encompassing arms. God has more for you in your future than you could ever dream of in your present, and He's already seen you in it. More is accomplished by spending time in God's presence than by doing anything else. Prayer does not change God, but it changes him who prays. When you come in contact with the anointing of God, it not only affects your moment, it affects your tomorrow. Our difficulty is not that we don't know God's will. Our discomfort comes from the fact that we do know His will, but we do not want to do it. Real true faith is man's weakness leaning on God's strength. The moment God is figured out with nice neat lines and definitions, we are no longer dealing with God. Great moves of God are usually preceded by simple acts of obedience. Good is not always God's will, but God's will is always good. You don't choose your family. They are God's gift to you, as you are to them. God does not need your good works, but your neighbor does. God alone is true, God alone is great, alone is God. Don't plan with what is in your pocket, plan with what is in God's pocket. There is nothing impossible with God. All the impossibility is with us when we measure God by the limitations of our unbelief. Where can we go to find God if we cannot see Him in our own hearts and in every